Hey everyone, Scott Cunningham, aka 𝐤𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐲𝐴. Today we're looking at LinkedIn and how we can take any type of text and add styles or change the font. And this can actually be done on any platform. We're just using LinkedIn as the example because this is when I started using it. But I've actually tested this, and every single platform I've ever tried using this on, it works. And the really big deal here is that people just don't even know that this is possible. So when they start to see, your posts have bold or italics or underline and they're styled differently, people are going to be really interested and really curious as to how that was even possible. And I'm going to test this for the first time on YouTube today when I post this. So I'm really hoping that it does work on YouTube. But there's so much opportunity to taking advantage of this, and it's such a simple process and such a small thing that makes a huge impact on everything that you'll do. Your profile will get more views, your posts will get more views. You could even send messages with bold and it'll be more grabby, more emphasized, more interesting. People might even be reaching out to you just to see how you did it because you're so skilled at your social media marketing, right? So let's take a look. As you see right here, my profile, I've got my first name bolded, and that's actually really relevant because what it does is it allows me to appear much more emphasized. So if you look, you can see in all the comments, in any comment section, you'll see my name will be so much more noticeable, and it's like jumping out at you because it's the only one that's been bolded. And I even threw an emoji there because I'm testing how relevant that is to whether or not people will click on your profile. But yeah, it makes such a big difference, and it's so simple. And you could do it for anything, your profile, your headline, whatever you're trying to do. So as you can see in my summary here, I've bolded some of the key information, and I might end up bolding some of the keywords as well just to make it more relevant. You can bold this as well, but you're very limited by character space because one thing you have to be aware of is when you do use these styles, it takes up more character space. So this is borderlining the max character space. If I took this exact text and I put it in bold, it would be too long and it wouldn't fit. Also, someone notified me previously on this post where I show that you can use styling because I bolded this and then I bolded this with italics. And I was just sharing what I originally did for my profile. As you could see here, I had bolded the headline, but someone pointed out to me right here that it actually is detrimental if you do this because on mobile it won't show up. So be very careful how you use that, but you can still see that my name is in fact bolded. It's not as noticeable on mobile, but it's more noticeable when you're like looking through the comments and you see other people who don't have that. And in comparison, it looks much more obvious. But it's most significant for your posts because this is what everyone's going to be seeing all the time. And as they're scrolling through their feed and they're like, whoa, why is this text bolded? How did that even happen? And they'll be curious enough to just read it just based off of that. And that's why this is so relevant and useful. And again, this isn't just for LinkedIn. This is for every single platform that you're on. This is one of the most underrated tips I've ever covered because it's going to completely overhaul the way that you use social media if you take this seriously, because this is a big deal. You can completely change your ads. Your ads are going to really stand out from everyone else because no one, as far as I'm concerned, is using bolded ads. And it'll make all of your organic posts pop out. Until everyone starts using this, it won't be as big of a deal, but almost no one knows about this right now. So not only is it going to be bolded and much more relevant just because of you actually using it, but it's also not being used by almost anyone. So it's even more relevant because people are going to want to reach out to you just because of that. How did you do that? How are you so good at social media marketing? It's like, well, and that's why this is so relevant because it's so simple and it's going to be a huge game changer for you. So all you have to do is go to the link that I'm going to share, and it is coolsymbol.com. But then when you're in there, you have to navigate to the cool fancy text generator, which is at cool-fancy-text-generator.html. or you could just click the link that I'll put in. But essentially all you'll do is you can take any text, copy, paste it, whatever you want to do, and you put it into here, and it'll show you all the possibilities that you've got. I usually stick to the basics like bold and italics and things like that. And then you just copy it, and then no matter where you go, you should be able to just paste it with no issue. And yeah, you'll see it's going to be game changing for everything that you do on all social media platforms. If you really take advantage of this, as you can see, that is bolded. It's a little small, but it is in fact bolded. And this will revolutionize everything that you do on social media. There you go, just to show the difference. But yeah, so let me know if you guys are using this. Let me know if this was helpful. The actual learning how to do this is the simplest part, because you're just going to go to the website, copy paste, and you're good to go. So this might be more challenging on mobile, but completely worth doing. Absolutely worth doing. If you're making an ad, obviously you want your ad to be better if possible. This is a perfect way to do that. And there's more where that came from. It's all going to be under Getting LinkedIn, the hashtag Getting LinkedIn on LinkedIn. You can follow along and get all these amazing tips. But again, this is made for my LinkedIn audience, but this will be for everyone because it's extremely useful on every social media platform. I want to see you guys using this, taking advantage of this, upgrading your posting, and just really taking your social media game to the next level. Let me know if you're going to be using this, if you already knew about this, and if you've tried this yet. I'm Scott Cunningham, aka 𝐤𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐲𝐽 Business, signing off.